Good morning, my friends. Let me tell you something. Today, this very day, is not just another page on the calendar. It's not just a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or whatever day you think it is. No, sir, no, ma'am. Today is a gift, and you better not waste it. See, a lot of us wake up every morning with yesterday's baggage still strapped to our backs. We're dragging our mistakes, our failures, our regrets, like we're auditioning for a reality show called Who Wants to Be Miserable? But let me ask you something. What's the point of waking up if you're just going to live the same old yesterday again? Every morning when you open your eyes, you're being handed a fresh start, brand new, untouched. It's like God or the universe or whatever you believe hit the reset button just for you. So why are you still holding on to that same old story you've been telling yourself? Oh, I can't do that. I'm too old for this. People like me don't get those kinds of breaks. Hide them. You've got the same 24 hours in your day as anybody else, and I don't care where you're starting from. You've got opportunities sitting in front of you just waiting for you to grab them, but here's the catch. Opportunities don't come gift wrapped. They don't walk up to your door with a sign that says, hey, I'm here. Opportunities are hidden inside challenges. They're wrapped in the things you're afraid to try, in the doors you haven't knocked on yet, and in the dreams you've been too scared to chase. Let me tell you something I know for a fact. Your past does not define your future. You could have messed up big time yesterday, but today is a whole new game. You could have been the person who fell flat on your face last week, but this week, you could be the one who gets back up and runs the race like never before. The key is this: stop looking at what you don't have and start working with what you do. Some of y'all are sitting on dreams waiting for the perfect moment. Let me break it to you. There ain't no perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. If you've got a dream, start chasing it. If you've got a talent, start sharpening it. And every day is a chance to rewrite your story. Every day is an opportunity to be better than you were yesterday. So don't waste it. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let other people's opinions hold you back. And don't you dare settle for anything less than the greatness you were born for. So here's what I need you to do. When you wake up tomorrow morning, before your feet even hit the floor, I want you to say, today is my day. I'm going to walk into it like I own it, because I do. This is my opportunity to shine, to grow, to make it happen. And when you step out into the world, hold your head high. Keep your faith strong. And remember, every day is a new opportunity, and it's got your name written all over it. Let's get to work. Every day is a fresh start. This simple yet powerful truth is something that many of us overlook or forget in the hustle and bustle of life. We wake up each day with the weight of the world on our shoulders, and all too often we carry the baggage of yesterday into today. But what if I told you that each morning is a blank page? What if I told you that no matter how many mistakes you made yesterday, today offers a chance to turn things around? When the sun rises, it doesn't ask if you were productive yesterday or if you made the right choices in the past. It doesn't care whether you're coming off a setback or a success. It simply gives you a new day, a new opportunity, and a new chance to make a change. This is the kind of mindset we all need to adopt, that every day is a fresh start. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. What matters is what you do today. We live in a world where the pressure to be perfect, to perform, and to meet standards, whether they are self-imposed or from external sources, is constant. And often, when we fall short of those expectations, we let that disappointment consume us. We look at our past failures or shortcomings and let them cloud our vision of what's possible moving forward. We hold on to the idea that we've already messed up, that we've missed our shot, or that we can't ever be good enough. But I want you to understand something crucial. Yesterday doesn't have to dictate today. Whatever happened before, whatever mistakes you made, whatever obstacles you faced, whatever challenges knocked you down, today is a chance to start over. You are not defined by your past. You are not a prisoner of your previous actions. Today is a blank slate, and with it comes a world of possibility. The beauty of a new day is that it resets everything. No matter how difficult the day before was, you have the chance to leave it behind and move forward. If you failed yesterday, today is the day to try again. If you missed an opportunity, today presents another. If you didn't meet your goals, today is another shot at progress. But this only works if you're willing to let go of yesterday. Holding on to the past, the regrets, the failures, the mistakes only weighs you down. It prevents you from seeing the potential that today offers. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of freedom, knowing that you have the chance to start fresh. That is the power of a new day. That is the gift that we're given every time the clock resets and a new day begins. It's easy to fall into the trap of letting yesterday's mistakes control us, but you have to realize that success is built on the ability to move forward, not to stay stuck in the past. In life, you're going to face challenges. You're going to make mistakes. That's part of the process, but it's what you do after those setbacks that determines your future. You can choose to let your failures define you, or you can choose to use them as stepping stones to something better. Each day is a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to try again. Think about the countless successful people who failed time and time again before they succeeded. They didn't let their past failures define their future. They used those failures as lessons, as fuel, and as motivation to keep going. Every single day, they woke up and treated it like a fresh start. They didn't dwell on what went wrong the day before or the year before. They focused on what they could do now. The power of a new day is that it offers hope. It offers redemption. It's a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving your goals, no matter how many times you've stumbled before. It's an opportunity to rewrite your story, to take the lessons from your past and use them to create a brighter future. It's the ultimate reminder that no matter how many times you fall, you can always rise again. Every day is an invitation to reinvent yourself. It's an opportunity to shed the old version of you, the one who might have made mistakes, the one who might have been afraid, the one who might have given up, and embrace a new version of yourself. Each day is a chance to be better than you were yesterday. It's a chance to grow, to evolve, and to get closer to the person you want to become. But here's the thing. It's not just about having a fresh start. It's about how you approach that fresh start. You can wake up every morning and just go through the motions, or you can wake up and truly embrace the new day with a mindset of possibility. Every day, you have the power to choose how you show up, how you respond, and how you approach the opportunities that lie ahead. It's about making a conscious decision to not let the past hold you back. It's about letting go of the mistakes, the regrets, and the missed opportunities, and stepping into each new day with the belief that you are capable of greatness. We get so caught up in our pasts, whether it's the good, the bad, or the ugly, that we forget to live in the present. We forget to take advantage of the opportunities that are right in front of us. We get stuck in the what ifs and if-onlys of the past, and we lose sight of the amazing things that can happen in the present. The key is to recognize that every new day is an opportunity to step into your power, to take control of your life, and to create the future you want. So, the next time you wake up, remember that today is a fresh start. Let go of yesterday. Don't let your past hold you back from what's possible today. Embrace each new day with the belief that you can do better, be better, and achieve more than you did the day before. Every day is a new opportunity, and it's yours for the taking. Let go of past mistakes. This is one of the most powerful things we can do for ourselves. Yet, it is also one of the hardest. We tend to hold on to our past mistakes like they're a badge of honor or a constant reminder of our inadequacies. We relive them, replay them, and allow them to shape how we view ourselves and how we move forward. But here's the truth. Your past does not define your future. The mistakes you've made, the failures you've encountered, and the decisions you regret do not have the power to control what happens next in your life unless you let them. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. No one is immune to them. In fact, making mistakes is essential for growth. It's how we learn, how we evolve, and how we get better at what we do. But what happens when we allow those mistakes to hold us back? What happens when we don't forgive ourselves for the things we wish we had done differently? We stay stuck. We stay in a place of guilt, regret, and self-doubt, and that's no place to live. The reality is, mistakes are not permanent, they're temporary, fleeting moments that do not have to define us. In fact, every single one of those mistakes contains a lesson. Every failure, every wrong turn, every decision that didn't work out the way we hoped is an opportunity to learn and grow. But if we continue to hold on to them, we miss the lessons. We miss the opportunity to evolve into the person we are meant to be. Letting go of past mistakes doesn't mean ignoring them or pretending they never happened. It doesn't mean that we should disregard the lessons we've learned from our failures. It means that we stop carrying them around like emotional baggage. It means that we stop allowing our mistakes to dictate our worth. It means that we choose to see them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. When you let go of your past mistakes, you free yourself from the weight of guilt and regret, and you open up space for new opportunities, new growth, and new experiences. Too often, we make the mistake of allowing our past failures to shape our identity. We start to believe that because we've messed up before, we are somehow less capable or less deserving of success in the future. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Your past is just that, past. It's done, it's over, and it has no bearing on what you can achieve moving forward. The only way your mistakes can truly affect your future is if you allow them to. You have the power to choose whether or not you let your past define you. The first step in letting go of past mistakes is to accept responsibility for them. Own up to the decisions you made, the actions you took, and the consequences that followed. It's important to recognize where you went wrong and to learn from those experiences. But owning your mistakes doesn't mean you have to carry the weight of shame or guilt. In fact, the sooner you take responsibility for your past actions, the sooner you can release the hold that they have on you. The second step is to forgive yourself. This is often the hardest part. We are often our own worst critics, holding ourselves to standards that are impossible to meet. We beat ourselves up over the mistakes we've made, convincing ourselves that we are somehow unworthy or undeserving of success. But forgiveness is the key to freedom. When you forgive yourself for your mistakes, you give yourself permission to move on. You allow yourself to be human, to learn from your experiences, and to do better in the future. Self-forgiveness is not about excusing your behavior or pretending that what you did was okay. It's about releasing the emotional hold that your past mistakes have on you. It's about giving yourself the grace and the space to grow and improve. Once you've forgiven yourself, the next step is to stop dwelling on the past. It's easy to get stuck in a loop of regret and self-blame, replaying the mistakes over and over in your mind, but that's not helping you. It's only keeping you stuck. The past is gone, and there's nothing you can do to change it. The only thing you have control over is what you do in the present and the future. So instead of focusing on what went wrong, shift your energy to what you can do right now to move forward. Ask yourself, what can I do today to become better? What steps can I take right now to make progress? Letting go of past mistakes also means stopping the negative self-talk. How many times have you found yourself saying things like, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed because of what I did before? Those thoughts are not serving you. They're only reinforcing the idea that your mistakes have power over you. The truth is, you are worthy, you are capable, and just because you've messed up in the past doesn't mean you can't succeed in the future. You can learn, grow, and do better. But first you have to stop holding on to those limiting beliefs and start believing in your potential. Another important aspect of letting go of past mistakes is to stop comparing yourself to others. It's easy to look at the success of others and feel like we've fallen short, especially when we think about our own past mistakes. But the truth is, everyone has a story. Everyone has faced challenges, made mistakes, and stumbled along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not their ability to avoid mistakes. It's their ability to learn from them and move forward. Start thinking about your past mistakes as their ability to learn from them and move forward. So instead of comparing your journey to someone else's, focus on your own path. Recognize that your mistakes do not make you any less capable of success. In fact, they make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Letting go of past mistakes also means not allowing them to hold you back from taking risks. Often, after we've made a mistake, we become afraid to try again. We start to doubt ourselves, afraid of failing once more. But the truth is, success is built on taking risks and learning from failure. If you want to move forward, you have to be willing to try again, even if you've fallen short in the past. Don't let fear of making another mistake prevent you from taking the next step. Every time you try, you get closer to your goal. And each time you fail, you gain valuable experience that brings you one step closer to success. Letting go of past mistakes doesn't mean that you're ignoring your past. It means you're choosing to release the negative emotional charge that those mistakes hold over you. You're allowing yourself to move forward, learn, and grow without the heavy burden of guilt or regret holding you back. By doing so, you open up space for new opportunities, new lessons, and new successes. And that's where your true potential lies. Beyond the mistakes of yesterday and the possibilities of today and tomorrow. And tomorrow at Midwinters. And so let's fast forward to you took. Opportunities are hidden in challenges. This statement may seem counterintuitive to many because when we think of challenges, we often see them as obstacles, things that stand in our way and make it difficult to move forward. Challenges bring discomfort, fear, frustration, and sometimes even failure. So how can they possibly be the key to unlocking opportunities? It's simple, really. Every challenge you face carries with it a lesson, a hidden treasure of wisdom and the potential for growth. Challenges, in their raw and unpolished form, are opportunities waiting to be uncovered. Think about it. How many times have you faced a challenge that in the moment felt impossible to overcome? How many times did you feel defeated, ready to give up, and convinced that success was out of reach? Yet when you look back on those moments, you can see how much you learned from them. You can see how they shaped you, pushed you to grow, and ultimately led to greater opportunities than you ever could have imagined at the time. Challenges don't just test us, they transform us. One of the most powerful things you can do when faced with a challenge is to change your perspective. Instead of seeing it as an obstacle or a roadblock, see it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to improve. The greatest success stories in history are filled with individuals who faced immense challenges, people who had to overcome adversity, push through hardship, and fight against the odds to achieve greatness. If you look at the most successful people in the world, you'll find that many of them got to where they are because of the challenges they faced, not in spite of them. Take, for example, the story of Thomas Edison. The man who invented the light bulb faced numerous challenges throughout his career, from repeated failures to financial difficulties. Yet, instead of seeing his failures as reasons to quit, Edison used each one as a stepping stone toward success. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,0,0,0,0 ways that won't work." Edison didn't let failure stop him. He saw each challenge as an opportunity to learn and refine his approach, ultimately leading to a breakthrough that changed the world. Similarly, think about the story of Oprah Winfrey. She endured many challenges, including a difficult childhood, early career setbacks, and rejection. Yet she didn't let those challenges define her. She used each setback as a lesson in resilience, and today she is one of the most successful and influential women in the world. Oprah herself has said, "The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams." And that adventure is often found through the challenges we face, which test our perseverance, our creativity, and our belief in ourselves. It's easy to think of challenges as something we want to avoid, but what if we embraced them instead? What if we saw challenges as the very things that will propel us forward? The truth is, challenges are often the most fertile ground for new opportunities. When we're comfortable, when things are going smoothly, we don't grow. It's only when we're pushed outside of our comfort zone that we are forced to think differently, to adapt, and to innovate. Challenges force us to tap into our potential, to be resourceful, and to find new solutions. This is where the hidden opportunities lie. Challenges force us to be creative and to look at problems from different angles. When you face a challenge, you are given the chance to ask yourself important questions. How can I solve this? What can I do differently? What new skills do I need to learn? The answers to these questions may reveal new opportunities that you didn't see before. Every challenge is an invitation to think bigger, to push the boundaries of what you believe is possible, and to discover untapped potential within yourself. One of the most profound lessons that challenges teach us is resilience. It's easy to give up when things don't go as planned, but the real opportunity lies in how we respond to setbacks. The ability to get back up, to try again, and to keep going when it feels like all is lost is one of the greatest strengths you can develop. Resilience turns challenges into opportunities for growth. When you learn how to persevere through difficulty, you gain the ability to face any obstacle that comes your way in the future. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your character, builds your confidence, and prepares you for even greater opportunities down the road. Moreover, challenges teach us the value of failure. We often fear failure, but failure is one of the greatest teachers we will ever have. Every time we fail, we are given the chance to learn something new, to adjust our strategy, and to improve our approach. Failure is not the end. It's simply a part of the process. It's a sign that we are pushing ourselves beyond our limits and attempting something new. When you embrace failure as part of your journey, you open yourself up to greater opportunities because you are no longer afraid to take risks, to try new things, and to challenge yourself. The key to unlocking the opportunities hidden in challenges is to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as setbacks or defeats, see them as lessons and opportunities for growth. Approach each challenge with curiosity, with a willingness to learn, and with the belief that you can find a way through. The more you learn to embrace challenges, the more you will see them as stepping stones on your path to success. The most successful people in the world didn't avoid challenges. They faced them head on and used them to fuel their growth. And so can you. Think about the challenges you faced in your own life. How many of those challenges have led to opportunities you never could have predicted? Maybe you faced a setback in your career, but it led to a new path or a new business venture. Maybe a personal challenge pushed you to develop new skills or to discover hidden talents that you didn't even know you had. Every challenge you faced has shaped who you are today and has contributed to the person you are becoming. And the same will be true for every challenge you face in the future. Opportunities are often disguised as challenges. They don't come with a shiny bow or a clear roadmap. But if you're willing to dig deeper, if you're willing to face the discomfort, the fear, and the uncertainty, you will uncover the hidden treasures that lie within them. Each challenge is an opportunity for personal growth, for discovery, and for transformation. It's up to you to choose how you respond to the challenges you face. You can choose to see them as barriers that hold you back, or you can choose to see them as opportunities that will propel you forward. The choice is yours. There's no perfect moment. The idea that there's an ideal time to start something, that everything has to align perfectly for you to take action, is one of the biggest myths we face in life. We tell ourselves that we'll start tomorrow, or we'll wait for the right circumstances, or we'll wait until we have more experience, more resources, more knowledge, more everything. But in reality, waiting for the perfect moment is often the very thing that holds us back from achieving our dreams. Perfection is a mirage. The truth is, there's no such thing as the perfect moment, and if we keep waiting for it, we'll never take action and we'll miss out on countless opportunities. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself you'd wait for the perfect moment to make a move? Maybe you've delayed starting a new project because you didn't feel ready. Maybe you've put off taking a risk because you weren't sure if the timing was right. We've all done it. But what if I told you that the perfect moment doesn't exist? What if I told you that waiting for things to fall into place is actually the thing that's keeping you from achieving everything you've ever wanted? The reality is, the perfect moment is a myth, and here's why. There will always be something that isn't ideal. Life is unpredictable, and waiting for everything to be perfect is like waiting for a train that will never arrive. There will always be obstacles. There will always be risks. And there will always be uncertainty. The key to success isn't waiting for everything to fall into place. It's taking action despite the imperfections, the challenges, and the uncertainties. The truth is, we learn and grow through action, not through waiting. The best way to figure things out is to start. It's to take that first step, even when you're not sure where it will lead. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every success story began with a single imperfect step. No one ever achieved anything by waiting for the perfect moment to show up. Every successful person has taken risks, made mistakes, and learned as they went. They didn't wait for things to be perfect. They made the decision to take action and let the journey unfold. Think about all the successful entrepreneurs and innovators throughout history. Steve Jobs didn't wait for the perfect moment to launch Apple. He started with a small garage and an idea. Bill Gates didn't wait for the ideal conditions to start Microsoft. He jumped in with determination and a willingness to take risk. These people didn't wait for things to be perfect. They created their own moments. They started where they were with what they had and took it from there. Waiting for the perfect moment often comes from a place of fear. We fear failure. We fear making mistakes. We fear that we won't be good enough or that we won't have what it takes to succeed, so we put things off. We tell ourselves that we need more time, more preparation, more experience. But the truth is, we don't need any of that to get started. We just need to begin. When we take action, we build momentum, and momentum leads to progress. The more we do, the more we learn, and the more we grow. One of the greatest misconceptions is that success happens all at once. In reality, success is a series of small steps, small wins, and consistent action. It's easy to look at someone who has achieved success and assume that their path was flawless, that they had all the right resources, and that they never made mistakes. But the truth is, they probably made just as many mistakes, faced just as many obstacles, and had just as many moments of doubt as anyone else. The difference is that they didn't wait for the perfect moment. They took action despite the uncertainty, and they kept moving forward. Another reason people wait for the perfect moment is because they feel they need to have everything figured out before they begin. But here's the reality. You'll never have everything figured out. The more you wait for clarity, the more time you waste. It's in the act of doing that clarity will come. You don't have to have the entire plan laid out before you start. You just need to take that first step. And the next steps will reveal themselves as you go. Starting is the key to figuring things out. The path becomes clearer once you begin walking it. We also tend to think that we need to be in the perfect place in life to start something new. Maybe we think we need more money, more experience, or more connections before we can pursue a dream. But that's just an excuse. You don't need everything to be perfect to start. All you need is the willingness to begin. When you take that first step, you'll discover resources you never knew existed. You'll make connections, you'll gain experience, and you'll find ways to get where you need to go. And you'll find ways to get where you need to go. But that only happens when you start. The perfect moment often holds us hostage to perfectionism. Perfectionism tells us that we have to do things flawlessly, that we can't make mistakes, and that we must get everything right from the start. But perfectionism is a trap. It keeps us from taking action because we're so focused on making everything perfect that we forget that action is the key to progress. We both have learned this to be true in business, so it's so important to understand. The perfectionism is the key to progress. The truth is, success doesn't come from doing things perfectly. It comes from doing things consistently, with intention, and with a willingness to learn and adapt. What if you stopped waiting for the perfect moment and started now? What if you let go of the idea that everything has to be flawless and embrace the imperfections of the process? What if you accepted that you won't have all the answers at the beginning, but you'll figure them out as you go? That's where true growth happens. It's in the messy, imperfect process of taking action and learning along the way. Every mistake you make, every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to grow and improve. And that's what leads to success. Not waiting for perfection, but embracing the journey and moving forward despite the uncertainty. Now, the key to success isn't waiting for the perfect time. The key is to create the perfect moment by taking action, by deciding that today is the day to begin, and by trusting that as long as you keep moving, things will unfold as they should. There will never be a perfect moment, but there will always be a moment to start. And that moment is now. Your potential is greater than you think. This is a truth that far too many people fail to fully grasp, and as a result, they limit themselves without even realizing it. We tend to underestimate ourselves, convinced that our capabilities are confined to the skills, knowledge, and experiences we have at this very moment. We think that our dreams and aspirations are out of reach because we don't have the perfect background, the right qualifications, or the experience that we think we need. But the reality is that your potential is not limited by what you know right now. It's not defined by your current circumstances or by the challenges you've faced in the past. Your true potential is boundless, and it's only limited by the beliefs you hold about yourself and the actions you take. Most people settle for what they think is possible because they're too afraid to reach for more. They tell themselves, I can't do that, or I'm not capable of achieving that kind of success. But the truth is, you don't have to be born with all the right skills to succeed. You don't have to have the perfect qualifications or an impressive resume. All you need is the belief that you are capable of more than what you've allowed yourself to believe, and the willingness to push past the limitations you've set for yourself. It's easy to look at other people's success and assume that they have something you don't, whether that's talent, luck, or opportunity. But the truth is, many successful people didn't have any of those things at the start. They had doubts, fears, and obstacles just like everyone else. What set them apart was their willingness to step outside of their comfort zone and take risks. They believed in their potential even when others didn't, and they took action despite the fear and uncertainty they felt. That belief in their own potential is what propelled them forward. Every person has the capacity for greatness, but not everyone will tap into it. Some people let their fears, insecurities, and doubts hold them back, while others decide to take control of their lives and reach for what they truly want. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't is the belief that they can. If you want to realize your full potential, you have to start by believing that it's there in the first place. You have to believe that you are capable of more than what you've experienced up until now. Think about the things that scare you the most, the goals you've put off because you didn't think you were capable of achieving them. What if you took the first step toward them? What if you pushed past the self-doubt and the fear of failure and said, I can do this? What if you stopped comparing yourself to others and started focusing on your own journey, knowing that your path is unique and that your potential is greater than any challenge you may face? The first step to unlocking your potential is to stop limiting yourself. Most of the time, we don't realize how much we're holding ourselves back. We tell ourselves that we're not ready, that we don't have enough experience, or that we don't have the skills to succeed. But the truth is, the more we hold ourselves back, the further we get from our true potential. By staying in our comfort zone and avoiding risks, we never give ourselves the opportunity to grow. We have to be willing to step into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, and to trust in our ability to learn, adapt, and succeed. The second step is to stop listening to the negative voices, both the ones in your head and the ones around you. We're often our own worst critics, and we can be quick to dismiss our dreams because we don't think we're worthy or capable. But you are. You have everything you need within you to succeed, even if you don't have all the answers right now. The key is to take action and trust that you'll figure it out along the way. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from going after what you want. Your potential is far greater than any of those limiting beliefs. Another critical piece of realizing your potential is to embrace the idea of continuous growth. No one is born with all the answers. No one has it all figured out from the start. We all have to learn, grow, and improve over time. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is their willingness to put in the work. Success is not about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about showing up every day, putting in the effort, and continuing to grow. The more you work on developing yourself, whether that's through learning new skills, expanding your knowledge, or improving your mindset, the more you unlock your potential. Sometimes the key to realizing your potential is simply in the willingness to try. Many people hold themselves back because they're afraid of failing, but failure is not the end. In fact, it's often the most important part of success. Failure teaches us valuable lessons, helps us identify areas for improvement, and shows us where we need to grow. Embracing failure as part of the journey is essential if you want to tap into your true potential. Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying at all. Opportunities are everywhere, but they often don't look the way we expect them to. Sometimes the most significant opportunities are hidden behind challenges, setbacks, and failures. It's easy to miss them if you're not paying attention, or if you've already decided that you can't achieve your goals. But when you believe in your potential, you start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to see doors opening up that you didn't even know were there. Here's a new one. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to get closer to your potential. The greatest barrier to realizing your potential is not the lack of opportunity, resources, or talent, it's the belief that you can't. Once you break through that mental barrier, you'll realize that you are capable of achieving far more than you ever thought possible. You have the power to create the life you want, to reach the goals you've set for yourself, and to accomplish things that others may not even think are possible. The only thing standing between you and your potential is the belief that you are worthy and capable of achieving everything you desire. So take a step back and ask yourself, what have you been holding back from because you didn't think you were capable? What dreams have you put off because you didn't think you had what it takes? Your potential is waiting to be unleashed, and it's greater than you could ever imagine. Believe in yourself, take action, and watch as your true potential unfolds.